You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Today we have our second and last Cabral HouseCall of the weekend. Yesterday was a great one. I didn't expect it to go a full 20 minutes, but it did because I tried to give you some real in-depth answers to how do you improve focus or concentration, ADD, ADHD, how do you detox in a more appropriate and faster manner, but also safely, and then how do you do that from a level which basically will allow you to do a longer intermittent fast, and again, safely as well. Maybe not one of these 12-hour, or I should say 12 hours beneficial, but maybe not as long of a one. I talk about that as well. And then I talk about a very specific nutritional supplement that's being talked about a lot in the media and whether it is good or bad. And then I give a link to that as well. Okay. So Deborah is up first today, though, and I want to answer Deborah's question as succinctly as I can. This will be a little shorter show today because it's very straightforward questions, and I do want to answer those, again, nice and succinctly. Okay, so Deborah writes, Dr. Cabral, you and your team inspire me, and thank you for staying inspired so you can continue to give so freely to people. I'm interested in the holistic functional medicine approach. I want to begin pursuing foundational training to begin to offer care to others in need. I've looked at the RD route, but I want an education that incorporates prescribing methods of healing found naturally in the earth, primarily through nutrition, similar to a naturopathic doctor, but I don't want to become a doctor. Do you know which fields of medicine would best help me do that? Side question. I do get bruises easily when I bump into things. Do you know a natural remedy to help heal bruises effectively? By the way, tried your detox for the first time, which is the Dr. Ball Detox. Twas grand. Thank you, Deborah. We do appreciate the feedback. And if you haven't joined the Cabral support group, just go to cabralsupportgroup.com. We've got an amazing free online group. It's a Facebook group, and everyone's welcome to join that. And you don't have to be using the Dr. Ball Detox. You can just join in, get our free weekly recipes and all that great stuff. Okay, so Deborah, here's the thing. Love functional medicine, love the field, but it's starting to get a little diluted because it's becoming a popular buzzword. So now there's at least a dozen different functional medicine coaching programs. That always worries me a little bit. Now, remember, I love education in general, but we just have to make sure the source of the education is always going to lead to something beneficial. The leading to something beneficial is this. When I graduate with a certification, degree, whatever it is, will I be in the position to best serve people? And if the answer is no, then it might not be the best one. The other thing is this. People are following the certificates and doctoral degrees and other degrees, and they're not following their passion. That's a problem to me. Your passion must be your guiding light. Once you get your degree, great. But I see all of these people who are becoming registered dietitians, and they're emailing me saying, I'm really disenfranchised with the whole RD conventional medicine-based route. It's teaching people things that I don't necessarily believe in myself because they're not getting people the results they want, and they're built on outdated standards of data as well as research. They're recommending things like milk to people. They're recommending like cold cow's milk with every meal, just all these really poor recommendations. And so what I'd like to say is this, is that I don't believe becoming an RD is the best route. However, it doesn't matter if you become an RD because it's a phenomenal degree, and it is a degree, and then it gives you a basis of study, it gives you a leg up that then you can start studying nutrition from a natural health standpoint, and then use your RD degree. Again, you can't be licensed because you can't be making non-RD recommendations, but that's okay as well, because again, there's a lot of medical doctors who are not licensed that are MDs, but they don't want to be licensed because what happens is then they have to go the whole conventional medicine route and prescribe statins for high cholesterol, prescribe calcium channel blockers, beta blockers for high blood pressure, all of these things which are completely unnecessary and easy to treat from a natural perspective. perspective as well. So what do I recommend for you? I recommend this. You need to figure out what your little niche is. You will do so much better if you figure out what you're into. Are you into Ayurveda? Are you into just overall good health and nutrition? Are you into traditional Chinese medicine? Are you into acupressure? Are you into muscle testing? Are you into light therapy? Are you into essential oils? Whatever you're into, try to become an expert in that field. Try to become a master in that field. When you are, then you become the go-to person. You'll have chiropractors, personal trainers, other doctors recommending their clients and patients to you because you are the master. You are the go-to person in that field. So right now in Boston, I get recommendations from MDs, from chiropractors, from acupuncturists, from RDs, from all of these people. When they've kind of met their upper limit for what they're really a master at, then they refer to me. And that's the beautiful thing about it. And then I say, okay, you know what? Not everyone am I going to recommend acupuncture for, but for the person that I think they're going to get the most benefit, then I recommend out to an acupuncturist who's an expert in the field. If I want someone to work on a specific type of massage, like manual lymph drainage, and they're not going to do dry brushing, these types of things, I'm going to recommend out to a muscular therapist or massage therapist who's a master at that. So hopefully this is starting to make sense. You can be great at anything. Yes, nutrition is the basis. Everyone needs to know about nutrition, but you can just read 50 books on nutrition, start reading 2 a month, and over the course of a year, now you've read 24, you read another 24 the next year, believe me, you're going to be a master in nutrition. Now, having said that, I have multiple nutrition certifications, and I do think that's great to do as well. Just look into the nutrition certifications that speak the most to you. And if you want me to review one specifically, just feel free to send it to our way. I'm happy to do my best to help you as well. Okay, hopefully that helped. Now, on to the bruising. Here's the thing. I'm going to make this quick. Make sure you have enough iron. Make sure you're taking enough B vitamins. Make sure you're taking enough vitamin C. And then if you want a really special one, bilberry extract has been shown to produce these things called anthanocyanosides, which help with as an anti-inflammatory and non-bruising agent. So all of those things are great. To be honest, you probably, I don't know if you're taking an all-in-one multi like the Dr. Ball Detox shake, basically the daily nutritional support shake, or you take an activated multi. If you're not taking that, take that or take another good functional medicine brand multi. Whatever you take, make sure you're getting that. That's going to cover your B vitamins, your iron. You're going to make sure that you have iron. I don't put iron in mine. That's very specific because I want it to be for men, women, everyone. And so you'll want to take also, why don't I do this? I'm going to link up iron for you. The iron that I recommend, the only iron I recommend is a food-based iron. So I like it to come from food. The one I use, it comes from spinach and other great stuff as well, beets. So I'll link that up. Take a good activated multi, take your iron. If you want to in the future, you can invest in some of that bilberry extract. And then when you get a bruise, do some dry brushing on it, okay? When you wake up before the shower, dry brush on top of that bruise, just lightly. And then also when you get out of the shower, I want you to apply aloe vera gel, okay? Organic aloe vera gel. It's a nice natural anti-inflammatory. Okay, so hopefully that answered your question, Deborah. Let's move on to Melissa. Melissa writes in, hi, Dr. Cabral. First of all, thank you so much for everything you do. My question is this. My husband, age 29, has gum recession. He had it grafted done about 5 years ago, was successful, but then he started to recede again. The hygienist has cleaned pretty aggressively near the gum line. Ever since that, it's basically worsened. Sorry to ad-lib and then make it worse. So basically what's happening is when your gums are receding, they start to move up on the tooth and you actually start to expose some of the nerve potentially. It can be painful and it's not good for overall gum health. So Melissa writes in that she's already having him do some coconut oil pulling, which basically just means you're swishing coconut oil around in your mouth for about 10 minutes, which is great. And she's adding a little bit of oregano oil to kill any type of fungus or bacteria in there. Really smart, Melissa. Really great. Makes sense. She's asking, should he use coenzyme Q10 or vitamin C? And they prefer not to have another surgery. I completely agree. When it's gone too far, a lot of times you do have to have the gum grafting. It's pretty straightforward, pretty benign for the most part. You just have to see, obviously, a good oral surgeon for that. But what you want to do is you just want to make sure that it doesn't progress. So what happens is sometimes when they do scrape that gum, you can get some type of bacterial-based infection. And a hygienist, it's possible that it could be caused by that. Here's my thing. I want to keep this simple, keep it clean. Your body needs this. To rebuild those tissues, your body needs vitamin C, it needs zinc, and it needs glutamine. All right, it needs all the factors. So yes, just like I told Deborah, make sure you're taking a good all-in-one powder or you're taking a good activated multivitamin. The activated multi just means you're taking the methylated form of those B vitamins. You can add in extra zinc or just in something like the Daily Nutritional Support powder or the activated multi, which you can just go to stevecabral.com/store and see the exact labels. It already has zinc in there, so don't worry about taking extra. I would take extra vitamin C. Yes, I absolutely would. We don't offer vitamin C yet on the store, only because there's only so much time, only so much we can do at one time. But I do recommend taking between 1 and 3 grams of vitamin C per day. Absolutely do recommend that. If you'd like to add a little bit of glutamine to your husband's morning smoothie as well, about 5 grams per day, that would help as well. So what else can you do? Well, you could also try doing sesame oil instead of coconut oil. Sesame oil, I like that just as much, if not more. In Ayurvedic times, they use sesame oil. They prefer that over coconut oil for the most part. Really great antimicrobial properties with sesame oil, so do try that. Another great one as well is just make sure that his diet is not highly processed food and not acidic. When a diet is acidic, you're going to change the actual bacteria in the mouth. And when that bacteria changes the mouth, you can get more cavitations, cavities, or gum-based issues. Okay, third thing, last thing I want to recommend is this. Have him very gently use a very soft toothbrush. He might only be able to use his finger for right now, okay, the side of his finger. But try to get a soft toothbrush and brush down. So brush very gently down the gums, very gently down towards the teeth, and use a mixture of baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, 3% hydrogen peroxide. This will not only help clean the teeth, but it will alkalize the mouth as well. Try that very gently. Make sure there's no burning or anything like that. Now, there's a lot of toothpaste out there that already have baking soda, so you're welcome to purchase one of those as well. Just make sure it doesn't have any of those chemicals in it. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully it answers your question. That should absolutely help. Okay, Alice is up last but not least, and I want to answer her question right now. Hi, I have 2 girls under the age of 4. I am healthy, eat well, supplement well, greens powder, etc. I exercise 4 to 5 days a week, fairly active during the day, always hit my 10,000 steps. Good for you, Alice. I'm having a few problems post-babies. 1, stomach fat. All of my body fat seems to be hair and quite stubborn around the stomach. I am toned everywhere else, and these last 7 pounds seem to be all on my tummy. Can you help? I've done the IgG food test and eliminated the foods that she was sensitive to. Number 2, my sex drive since having my second child has gone. Basically, it's gone altogether. Obviously, I have less time working, being a mom, and cooking from scratch, gym, etc. I'd really like to connect again with my husband. Any advice would be fabulous. Thank you for all your help. You are great. All right, Alice, you know what? I see women almost, I would say, if not every day, multiple times per week with these same exact complaints and issues, and it's really common. I want to explain why. When you mainly put weight around the stomach, what you're looking at is an issue with high cortisol, and you're looking at an issue with blood sugar. All right, this is why fasting alone is not going to get you out of the equation, because we have to lower those cortisol levels. If you tune back into yesterday's show on the Cabral HouseCall, I answer this question as well about the high cortisol and the fasting. So here's what we need to do. We need to get your stress levels under control. I know, easier said than done when you have kids. I have 2 kids myself, and you have 2 girls under the age of 4. I have 2 girls under the age of 4 as well. I should say 2 and 4. So believe me, I know what that's like. So here's what we have to do though. We have to somehow learn to control stress a little bit better. We have to make sure that your exercise is not another form of stress. Maybe we should be doing a little bit more yoga, a little bit more calming than hardcore boot camps. And again, I don't know if you're doing that right now. And what I want to recommend also is that we make sure that you're getting enough fiber with each meal to control blood sugar, that with your breakfast, you're getting a good smoothie. I mean, I can't recommend to you, I honestly cannot recommend enough the Dr. Well Detox if you haven't done it, because what it's going to do is it's going to help regulate cortisol. It's going to help regulate healthy levels of blood sugar, inflammation, and you should be able to lose at least 5 of those pounds your first 7 days. Try that. I mean, we also guarantee it, right? So you have nothing to lose. But what I want to say is, it's going to help you as well learn my healthy eating style. So the Dr. Well Detox isn't meant to just do it once and just say, oh, okay, forget about it after that. What it does is it teaches you a healthy lifestyle. I'm not interested in quick fixes in life. I'm not. I like to give people the quick win. I like to give people the quick fix, but then I want it to stick. So I'm not into yo-yo diet. I'm not into yo-yo anything. I feel it's more harmful in the long run. What I want to do is I want to teach you having a good quality breakfast, a good quality lunch, a mid-afternoon snack, and and then a good quality dinner. I want to teach you to do a 12-hour intermittent fast where you're not eating from 7 to 7 or 8 to 8 or whatever it might be, from after dinner to then 12 hours to the next day. I want to teach you all of these things. All right, so highly recommend the Dr. Ball Detox. My second thing is this. I'm going to recommend a couple nutritional supplements to you. I can only make them as suggestions because remember, you're not working in my care. We're not working as a private wellness client. But what I'm recommending is this: the daily nutritional support powder in a smoothie every morning. I'm recommending 1 B vitamin every morning with breakfast. I'm recommending magnesium citrate or our deep sleep formula before bed to get you in a deep sleep to repair your body and shut down that sympathetic nervous system, shut down that fight or flight, shut down those adrenal glands so that they can rest. And then I'm recommending one more product to help with libido and to help with your adrenal glands in general as an adaptogen. It's called HPA Adapt by Integrative Therapeutics. Again, we recommend everyone. I'm not always recommending my brand, and I will never always recommend just my brand. I've only ever created the Equilibrium Nutrition products because there was a need in the marketplace. I never planned on creating my own nutritional products until I found I could not get what I wanted in a nutritional product. And the reason is this: when you create nutritional products, they are unbelievably expensive, and I wish I did not have to create that much inventory. Keep it in a warehouse, ship it out to people, keep it fresh, make it in small batches. But anyway, so I'm recommending that product as well. Here's what I'm going to do. Go to StephenCabral.com/394. Okay, that's today's show. StephenCabral.com/394. I'm going to link up those nutritional supplements in the show notes. You can click on them and they will take you to all the different supplement companies where you can purchase them from, and you can purchase them directly from the manufacturer or my specific vendors whom I trust. Remember, you can't buy these things on Amazon. You buy them on Amazon, here's what could happen. Someone scratched off the expiration date, put on a new one. It's a thing like magnesium citrate. Maybe it's in a capsule, maybe it's in a powder, and then they're putting baking powder in there as well. A lot of times not harmful, but you're not getting a product that actually does what it's supposed to. Amazon right now is fraudulent with nutritional supplements. Poor quality, stuff coming out of China, laced with heavy metals. Do not buy them from Amazon unless it's direct from the manufacturer. Please trust me on this. This is not a marketing thing. This is nothing like that. I'm not even recommending my own brand. Just do yourself and your family a favor and just please take that advice. Okay. That was it. We answered all 3 questions. Really do appreciate you tuning in. I really enjoy always answering these questions. And now that I'm coming in the weekend myself too, I'm going to give my voice a break. I'm going to let everything calm down. I'm going to hang out with my family, have a nice relaxed Sunday. And again, really looking forward though, coming back tomorrow with another Mindset and Motivation Monday.
Ever wonder what the best sauna, blue blockers, sleep trackers, wake lights, salt lamps, or other health gadgets are? Or what about the top non-toxic mattresses, sheets, soaps, bath products, toothpaste, and cookware? Or would you like to know the cleanest choices for hemp parts, meal delivery services, supplements, and much more? I personally curated, researched, and now created a resource page of all of my top picks that continues to grow each week. These are the exact products I use in my own life, with my family, in my private practice, and they're the ones I trust. To find out all of my up-to-date recommendations and all the details, simply head on over to StephenCabral.com/resources.